Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing tonight? We're back. We got some Tales of Berseria. Can we finish this game up in the next... Okay, don't worry about that. Can we finish this game up in the next 2 streams? That'd be amazing. Oh, it's not 10 days. It wouldn't be the best, but it would be still pretty good. Let's see how things go, guys. But I mean, I'm optimistic as always. It's not that the game is awful or bad in any real way, but it definitely drags in some areas. I mean, it's not that I don't hate anything either. There's definitely stuff that I'm not a fan of in this game, but again, it's nothing that makes it unplayable, nothing that makes it so bad. I think more than anything, it's just kind of average. Not really a good or bad thing in that regard, but it is what it is. Alright, let's keep going. I think I'm on the last 1 or 2 parts. Alright. Let's just floor top telling us to go F ourselves. Alright. Good. Alrighty then. Expedition. Alright, let's see here. Where's the way out? Definitely not that way. No, definitely this way. Sorry. Alright. I forgot I had a hoverboard. Because that's still a thing that exists in this game for whatever reason. Yeah, hoverboard. Wonderful hometown was like, about Abel. I heard about it from other sailors, so that was a long time ago. They said it was a fairly plain place. And it's home to rustic, hospitable folk. Sounds like any country village to me. I wonder if Velvet used to be rustic and hospitable. I doubt it. You mean to say she's devious and rude now? None at all. It's okay, you can admit it. You're pretty much the truth. I imagine she was a plain, hardworking girl. You really believe that? God, I guess it really. God. Alright. Well, no hoverboard in this area, for whatever reason. I still don't understand why they just won't give me the hoverboards real quick. And I kind of wish I had been able to get a 3rd one. Our buddy Floyd is a very insistent person today. I might have to tell him to come online or something. Alright, let's see what he wants now. Yo, what's up? You never heard if I never played a Tales game? No, Red, do not start with this one. I'm here to stop you on that like right now. How you doing tonight, Renfui? Honestly, if you're looking to start, oh, damn man. Sorry about that, Red. All right. So yeah, honestly, dude, I've played a lot of the the Tales games, man. This one's not bad. If you like new games and if you like mobile games, this is a good one to start with. Other, oh man, can you enough? All right, there we go. Yeah, if you like mobile games and you like MMOs, start with this one. Otherwise, dude, if you don't mind retro games and you like retro games, honestly, my suggestion is to start with the PS1 ones. Tales of Destiny 1 and 2, they look like this. Start with these instead. I like the PS2 one a lot. It's Tales of Legendia. That's very good. I don't have it on my hand right now, but I can show it to you if you really want. But yeah, there's this one. The music in the PS2 one is probably the best in series, I think. The story in the Tales of Destiny 1 is very, very good. Tales of Symphonia, people said is incredible. I've never got a chance to play it, unfortunately. So it's something I have to play. I have it in front of me. I own it. I gotta play it, but I haven't got the chance to. Tales of Grace's F was fun, but it wasn't the best in series. Tales of Abyss for the PS3 was very good. What's the other one? Tales of Xillia is not bad, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. Like, for me, it really does go the first two. Tales of Legendia, Tales of Abyss probably, and Tales of Symphonia will probably sit someplace in there. But yeah, man, what do you normally play, if you don't mind me asking, Red? Like, this one's a lot about minutia. If you kind of want, I can kind of show you a little bit what's going on with it. But it very much is about minutia. So like, everything you're doing in this game is kind of like the way. So when you level up, leveling up gives you a couple stats and some new abilities sometimes, but mostly you're going through this kind of stuff. So it's like, oh, here's an attack plus 8. You gotta master this spear to get the master skill permanently. But it gets like worse. Like you have like this kind of stuff where it's like, oh, here you can make things burn 8% better. You have an 8% better chance of having someone can catch on fire, basically. Horror and stealth, kind of like me. I'm the same kind of way. Do you have a specific system that you go towards? Like, do you go for PS4, PS3, Steam? Sorry, I guess not Steam, but less so much like PC. Do you play a lot of retro? Like, I think this is a good this is a good entry into the franchise if you already like Tales games and you haven't played it in a while. Cause that's kind of why I was playing this one. Because the last time I played a Tales game was almost 5 years ago, I guess, at this point. And I was really kind of like hoping to play a Tales game. So this one kind of satisfies that urge. It has a lot of the same trappings as like other Tales games have. But it doesn't, it's just too much of some things in it. Like they added in too much of like the crappy mechanics that you don't really want. The combat is, although the combat can be fun, I don't enjoy the combat against bosses. Like against bosses, I find the combat just slows way down. It can be harder, but it just slows way down. Because every time if you want to have these weird, crazy combos, you gotta have more souls. The souls are like the little diamonds you see above in my characters, so next to my characters. And you have more souls to do more combos, basically. And the souls are much harder to come by in the majority of boss fights. So it's going to be a little bit tough in some ways. With how much it slows down, unfortunately. Like, I know it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but it kind of feels like it in a lot of ways. Hello. Like I'm getting these stat boosting plants, right? I don't know who to give them to, because it doesn't feel like anything really matters in the game as far as stats go. Like it might give me like here, like, what's this thing gonna give me at most? You know? Sure. It'll improve my SD regeneration and give me a bonus of 3. 3 means very little to me. Okay, you're more of a PlayStation player and PC. Makes sense. Tales of Vesperia looked really good. I saw my buddy Clash playing it earlier today. It looked really interesting. That's also on PC. Do you have a lot of people you can play co-op with? Like I would say that's also a big thing too. If you can play co-op with people, the Steam versions all offer remote play co-op, which is really cool. This is unfortunate on the PS4 because I didn't know I'd want to play co-op with it. I probably would have gone if I could. I would have bought it on Steam instead and played co-op. But I mean, I think the game would have been a lot more fun as a co-op game. Does that make sense to you? So like I don't. Yo, what's up, Chungus? How you doing, man? So like Red, I don't have Vesperia. When I buy Vesperia, I'll probably buy it on Steam, and then I can get like a whole bunch of people to play as well. Like I can get viewers to drop in. I can get like my buddies to drop in. That's what I can't wait for. And I think that makes any Tales game better is the co-op function. Chungus, how you doing, man? Are you having a good night tonight? Are you back from basics? I don't want to say all basics. I guess my question comes down to are you back from basic training? I guess it is. No, it's not basic training. Outdoor training or on the I can't remember what it's called. I used to know the name of it. I hate that I can't remember the name now. Wanna fight, guys? Alright, let's fight. Oh, it wasn't that smart. Oh well. I think we talked about something similar to this before, Chungus, which is that do you believe in time travel kind of thing? No, not time travel. It was I can't remember what this. I had a similar question to this before. I like yesterday's question better, personally. Especially because it kind of confused a lot of people. How do I get under here? Alright. Oh, yes, I need to go get that stupid hoverboards. Yeah, so hoverboards are a thing in this game now, Chungus. Very impressively. Because of course they are. Red Sage, up here. Thank you. Nice, some more Tekken 7? Nice. Oh, did you get your so you must have gotten your sweet new setup then. Here's our hoverboard. Say, do you know why Vel was sent to that prison island in the first place? Many? Any particular reason? There's an Earth Pulse point near Apple, right? Wouldn't it have been easier just to leave her there? Lack of food, probably. I heard she devoured the entire village. Could that rumor really be true? Who could say? Let's ask Eisen's coin. Do you know it doesn't work like that? Alright, let's think. Whilst Artorias moved Velvet to the island, she was the first there to be captured? Ah, he needed a guinea pig test of what was written in the ancient book. Precisely. He made a special cage for her in the island prison, where Earthpulse points and Malevolence met. Then he used Velvet to test how Therion's work. Huh? I could see him doing that. But turning his own family into an experiment? Well, it was offering a theory, but a man willing to sacrifice his brother's life wouldn't show much mercy to his sister either. How could he be capable of such things? Perhaps that's just how badly he wanted to save the world, or perhaps there's no way he could be saved. Huh? New stuff sells in the mail? Yeah. It's more convenient to your belief system. I think it's more interesting. I think it's a lot more interesting too. For as far as the multi timeline goes, it's hard. It's harder to believe that a singular timeline theory would exist, just because that would require that believing in that time travel being existing at one point would mean that the world is constantly changing and we're not aware of it. That feels a little bit hard to believe. Do you think there'll be ruins in this Earth Pulse point too? If you're expecting something like the undersea or underground temples we saw before, you might be setting yourself up for a disappointment. Have you been there before? No, but if there's any such kind of grand structure here, it wasn't recorded in the Abbey's archives. Eastcan had long been a frontier, and civilization here was never really developed. Plus, the land to the east is said to be unstable, making it hard to build anything too large there. Even if a temple had been built there, the shifting earth would likely have sold it without a trace. The worship of Inomat may be widespread now, but just a few years ago, Empyrean faith was all but dead. Right. Still, if you actually search up for the ruins, I bet you can come up with something incredible. We've seen underwater and underground temples, so why not a temple in the sky? A temple in the sky? It's a romantic thought, but the ancients were certainly advanced, but flying temples are a bit far-fetched, eh? Hey, that's the beauty of magic. Anything can happen. A flying temple, a beautiful woman being sawed in half. The border between dream and reality is as fine as a frog's hair. Maybe you just spend too much time daydreaming. Maybe. Alright. Oh, yeah. By the way, so Red, this game does actually have voice acting in it. I have turned it off. You can just turn off just the voice acting, just because it kind of makes it more interesting for me. Some of the other viewers requested it because not so much the voices were bad. The voices are fine, just that it was hard to kind of follow when you're reading so much text or listening to so much text. They said they preferred it this way. So I just turned off the voice at that point. It just was what it was. Ugh. But yeah, Red, I don't think I've ever seen you here before. The one question I asked for new people to come here. And if I have, I'm so sorry about that. I'm very bad with names sometimes. The question I was gonna ask you: what's your favorite game? Or if one is too hard, top 5. Like, I love hearing people's top 5s. Especially because top 5 gives people, like... It's always so interesting and weird to see some of the top 5 on people's lists. And not weird in a bad way, but just weird in, like... Oh, you know, it makes sense. Like, it's not your favorite game, but in a top 5, it's a really interesting thought to add to it, you know? For me, I love Chrono Trigger. Journey for PS3 is really good. What else? FF9, Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm sure I'm missing something. I have a lot of games that I really do enjoy in general, though. So it's hard for me to pick 5 sometimes. Are you a skunk? Why? Oh, you're the monster of the week here. All right, let's go. Let's see how bad we can do against you. Boom. Mystic Art, go! This boss might not be so bad. I'm hitting a lot of his weak points and getting a lot of souls off this person. Oh, you came with 4 from Ash's raid. Oh, cool. Xenogears. Oh man, that's the one game I don't care for. I don't know. Have you played Xenogears recently? Mortal Kombat 3. Interesting. I like Mortal Kombat 3 also. Like as far as like favorite Mortal Kombat, I think I'd probably put 3 in my top favorite Mortal Kombat as well. I totally get that. Boom. Mass Effect 2 is a very good, very interesting choice as well. That's a very good choice. Tomba. Oh man, I know Tomba by name, but I never remember what Tomba looks like. What's Tomba about again? Trigger how much skills you can have. Ooh, that's not bad. Alright then. What would be that guy? Doctor Profile. I haven't. That's another one I haven't got to play yet. Honestly, that's one I definitely got to play at some point. Oh, there's a save spot here. Could have saved. Damn. I don't know where that's going. Okay. I'm still missing a treasure chest here. Let's see if I can find that last treasure chest before we move on. And I should probably fight something as well. Come on. I tried to fight you two together, and you just didn't want to stay together. Nice. Oh yes, I do. I've never played Tomba. I do recall it. It's I should check it out sometime. I also have a few games that I've never really played that I really try and get to as well. Like I'll be playing the next thing I'll be playing, according to my poll apparently, is going to be what was it called again? Wild Arms 2. Should be the next game I'm playing. Am I up to 4? I am up to 4. We don't have to fight now. Yo, thank you. Where's the last treasure chest, man? I don't like that I can't find it. Oh, stop chasing me. I already saw you there. I've never played Wild Arms either. I told one of my viewers. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say I told one. One of my viewers said they wanted to send me a copy of Wild Arms 1 for the PS1. I said no problem. So I don't want to play it until, because I know they want to send it to me. Once I get it, I'll play it on their behalf. But I mean, people were asking for other things. So I said, oh, you know what? I'll play Wild Arms 2 while I'm waiting for it. I think that'll be kind of cool. He said they told me there's no reason not to play 2 before 1, so it doesn't really matter apparently. But yeah, like I still have Lunar 2 to play, and I'm looking forward to. I finished off Lunar 1 for the first time about a month ago, and I'm really looking forward to Lunar 2. Oh, I know the last one I didn't check was. Yeah, I know where it is. I know where that chest is, guys. I know. Yeah, that's what I was asking you. Have you played Xenogears recently? Out of curiosity, Red? That should be right here. There he is. Got it. Got it. Any over here? Just the way across the river. Go. Cool. Let's get going. Get out of my way. Oh no. At least these guys are all bunched up together, so I can go crap ton of damage. Xenogears and La Vida, or Wild Arms or Xenogears? I didn't know Xenogears had a remake of the Vita. No, I that's what I'm saying. Was it a remake, a remastering? Like I'm trying to figure out what it was. That's all. Yeah, I can just do this. Bye. Whee! Whee! It still feels so out of place. Oh, PSN. Okay. Sorry, dude. I never owned a Vita, so I'm like, that makes a lot more sense to me. Cool, dude. Sorry about that. I totally misunderstood. I'll be honest, man. I played Xenogears about 4 months ago, and I really didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy most of it. The first 30 hours of Xenogears was fine. It was fun. But then the last 20 hours of it were just so rough on me. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. That's kind of like what I don't hate Xenogears as much as like I feel like it's a wasted. Like it feels like a waste. It feels like a wasted. What's what I'm looking for again? Wasted potential. That's kind of the way I feel about Xenogears. That I wish they'd done a better job on it, because it had the potential to be so much of a better game, and it ended up just being like not fun towards the end. Like you have like the last disc is 10 hours of story, where you're sitting in a chair the whole time. I just didn't like it. The fact that they show you the same cutscene from 3 different angles all the time. Like, what's up, Pizza? How you doing, brother? I have Xenosaga 1, I believe. That's the one I have. I have not played it, though, and I really should play it. Minigames. Treasure discovered. Sure. I think I have Xenosaga 1. Or Xenosaga 2, whatever. Yeah, Xenosaga 1 I'm pretty sure I own. People keep telling me it's not good, though. Like, I don't know what to believe anymore about Xenosaga at this point. See, Ivan, and you? You're good? Damn, that's awesome, dude. Did you have a good week, Pizza? Were you I can't remember if you're at work or I can't remember if you're still working or not, buddy. Or if you got laid off. Oh, I'm in a new area. I can't use that board yet. Dang it. Duh. What am I thinking, right? I kind of wish they had done anything but a hoverboard in this game. Like, I still feel like the hoverboard fits in the least out of everything. Just lets me skip this area? Sure. Whatever. Even less useful to me. Yay, more Tails coins, I guess. Yes, there's a ton of symbolism in the game that's probably shouldn't have been in there as much as it was. But I don't think that was the issue with the game, honestly. Like, I think that can still kind of be, like, ignored and forgotten about compared to other things. Like, there's other parts of the game that were a lot worse off without the Christian symbolism in it. Like, I think the story is not fleshed out, or not for too fleshed out for the length of the game. I've told people before. I would rather I would play Xenogears again if they not remastered, if they remade the game and added on about 60 hours. Oh man, I should shave my head, man. I'm so sick of having like as much hair as I do. I really am. I don't have to fight you, Mr. Orc. I can fight other things instead. Nothing here? Jeez. Just, where's my hoverboard? That's all I'm looking for. This feels like it's going to be a fairly big dungeon, guys. Got treasure chests in here to find. Also, for you guys, I know you can't see it because I'm an idiot who puts his camera on the wrong side. In the top left corner of the screen, I have just a mini map It's nothing special. It just shows you like just this outline pretty much. This outline, like the last little bits. Plus, it tells me I have a chest. I have a chest that I can find in this area. That's pretty much all it says. And now that I found the chest, there's no extra information here. Quartz doll, sure. Yeah, that makes a whole bunch of sense actually, man. Okay, so dude, actually, like recently, I've been really frustrated with people in this world. I went someplace. It was yesterday, the day before. I can't remember which day it was. And dude, I don't care how polite you're being. This person is like, "Oh, let me hold the door for you," and I'm like, "You got to be kidding me." The guys are holding the door, and I'm like, "No, go on ahead. I'll be fine." And the guy's just waiting there for me to meet. And I'm like, "No." I'm like, go on ahead." And the guy's just looking at me like I'm an idiot. I'm like, "Do you not understand how social distancing works here?" Like, I don't know why you would think that you need to be this polite. I don't care if you're polite. That's not the issue here. But like, why would you consider that this is the... Oh, hello. Why would you think this is the right thing to do? Is to hold a door for somebody in social distancing? I don't know if the guy was wearing a mask or not. He looked like an older gentleman. He looked like he was about between 55 and 65, if I have to guess. Maybe 50, and I'm being too generous. But I'm like, dude, whatever the case is, go away. Same with these people who go like shopping with like 2 people or more. You know, do you really need a second person to go shopping with you? Or to go pick up your pizza or anything like that? I'm like, come on. I know it sounds like I'm complaining about nothing, but in Montreal, where I live, Montreal, apparently we got 2,000 more cases or something like that in like the last 2 days. Like, it's not going up, it's not going down, it's going up. They wanted to open up the elementary schools, the primary schools, on the 18th of May. They've already pushed it back a week because of what's going on. People don't understand, like... And it's not like... And here's the kicker, guys. In Canada, I don't know if you guys have been following anything that's going on here. In Canada, it's really not a big deal to stay home. Most people in Canada are getting paid to stay home. Even before... Yeah. Pretty much. But like... I'm not saying people shouldn't go back to work. I'm not saying that people shouldn't, like... want to go back to work, but it's not I'm not this is not even a comparison to other places, but it's more to say, like, with the way things are in Canada, people get paid to stay home. Like, there's generally no reason for them to be going outside, and yet they still and to push things to get open for if you're not part of government, I mean, or if you're not owning a business. But for the most part, people are just okay to be at home, and they just don't know how to social distance. They just keep pushing and pushing to have things open faster. Not the government. Again, these are just people I'm talking about. Whoa. That was too close, buddy. Back off. Social distancing. 6 feet. But yeah, the guy who was holding the door for me was the worst, dude. I'm like, come on. Oh, dude. That's awful, Red. But I heard you guys... I heard you guys are like... you guys had the... Yeah, if there's no economy, money is... I get that. Dude, I totally get that. I'm not... But what I'm trying to say is that... Canada has... In a lot of ways, Canada has the best options to slow down this crap because they pay everyone to stay at home. If they just told people to stay home, things would slow down a lot quicker. They can get back to work a lot faster. There are people who, like, they opened up the parks a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and there was a whole bunch of people just standing around the parks together, and I'm like, but I get that like people have to, like, I get things have to open up, but at the same time, people have to decide what they want, right? Do they want to care about the sick, the infirm, the elderly? Do you care about the economy? Do you care about so-and-so? Right. Like, in that regard. This is not a virus that's been hitting the strong and the hale and the healthy very hard, compared to the infirm, like I was saying. And I'm not saying that we should ignore the infirm. I'm not saying we should ignore the sick. But like, that's the issue here. If you have a chance to stay closed, stay closed. Give it the extra 2 weeks. Things will calm down a lot better. You can open up without having to reclose it again. What is this dude? Crustacean, Winged, Fiend, Fire. That's not a lot of damage. Ugh. And there went my soul. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's fine. Like, I'm not saying I'm not saying don't protect them. I'm saying like this, but you have to, like, as a society, you have to decide, right? And that's kind of what my issue was, that, you know, choose what you want, go from there, and then move on. But it just doesn't exist in that regard sometimes. That's all. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm playing over nothing, dude. It's like, even then, like, you go to some places and like the line to get out of the place is the same, like, has no social distancing between like going in and going out, and the line, the line is backed up to the exit, so you can't social distance when you're trying to exit the store. You have to pass by every person in line within half a foot. Like, it's just stuff like this, man. I really hope so. I know most people don't agree with me. I really don't care for, what's it called? I don't really care for movie theaters that much. Again, most people probably disagree with me, but I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. I think movie theaters are expensive. I think they don't serve their purpose as much anymore. And who really wants to go sit inside a movie theater next to 200 people anyways? Gather as far as bulk transmit. Wow. Yeah, man, that would be weird in New York. I was told recently, I think it was last week, that Canada handed out, in all of Canada, they handed out $100 million in fines for social distancing, basically. Like a crazy amount of, like, what's called there? Granted against demi-human, armored, wow, very nice. Like a crazy amount of fines for what it is. Can't believe it. It really is you. I don't believe it's true. I don't think it is you. Velvet? Who is this? How are you alive? I can ask you the same question. Where have you been this whole time? You just haven't disappeared? Everyone thinks you were eaten by a daemon. But it could be true. You're too strong to let some crummy daemon take you down. No, she is a daemon. You saw her fighting. You're alive. West Side Ghost Town too? Yeah, especially in New York City. Like, it's crazy. I'm pretty sure New York City has almost as many people in... Sorry. I'm not sure if it's city or state. I know New York has almost as many people in it as Canada does total. Like, so crazy how many people you guys have. Like, is it 30 million people in the States, Red, or 30 million in New York City? I can't remember, man. Like, it's definitely gonna be a different world after this. Sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass you in front of your friends. After everyone knows the good news, you're finally come back to us. Nico's alive? She's alive? Don't you guard down. I got a bad feeling about this. Well, naturally, we got a Reaper with us. Let's head for Abel. We have to everyone there. That's what happened. Oh, it's 10 million in the city. Okay, so it's 30 million in New York State then. It's still a lot, man. Like, it's still a lot. Gotta fight to get our stuff back. Gotta get our souls back in here. Quartz blade. Ooh. Too bad I already have a quartz blade. That's better. Good. So what's up, Geyser? What's keeping you busy? Dude, I miss you, Geyser, man. Sorry I wasn't on late last night, buddy. How you doing? Let me know how you're doing, guys, when you get a chance. Yeah, that can be rough, Geyser, dude. Hey, Red, thanks for coming by. Oh, hold on there. Hold on, dude, hold on, Red, before you go. What are you currently watching? Because I also love anime, dude. I gotta know. What are you keeping up with? And then I'll let you go, I promise. Yeah, I'll try and be on a little earlier tomorrow night as well, Red. I mean, I've been just been really bad about this. What with the quarantine? I have a terrible schedule. Go ahead and abandon that. Ooh, dude, Cells at Work is so good. You have to check out Cells at Work. Cells at Work is great. I love the platelets. They're so cute. If you have not checked out Cells at Work, it is fantastic. So if you're watching something you haven't seen yet, Cells at Work is really good. Also check out then Dr. Stone. If you have not seen Dr. Stone from I think it was last season. Ooh, dude, Dr. Stone freaking good. Hey, Red, thanks for coming by. Please have a great night, man. Enjoy Cells at Work. I think you'll love it a lot. My Hero Academia is great. I don't know Michiko and Hatchin, and Demon Slayer Her is amazing. Also, if you kind of like I couldn't really get into it too much, Red, but there was also Real Doctor Reviews Cells at Work. I think it was Dr. Mike. I watched one episode. It wasn't bad. If you kind of like that kind of stuff from YouTube, you can also check that out as well to go like hand in hand with it. That wasn't bad at all. But yeah, you might like that stuff. Hey man, thanks for stopping by, Red. Thanks for the chat, dude. Honestly, I really enjoy the chat. Come back and we can talk anime next time. I love anime. And Honzonki no Geki is really good as well. Something about a bookworm. I can't remember the English title besides bookworm. Very good. Check that for sure. Of course, Dame here. Dame is in your a lady? Sorry. I didn't mean to call you dude then. I was trying to call everyone dude. Nice. Blam. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Go away, go away. Alright. Oh, 2 treasure chests in here, you say. Alright, I can deal with that. What? I come back here? You're kidding me. Alright. All divide. I don't even know how much the all divides are actually worth. I don't have arcane bottles though. Guys, if you're around, buddy, let me know what you're eating for supper tonight. I haven't talked to you in days, man. I missed you, boy. If I don't know what guys are eating for supper, it's like I don't know what I'm eating for supper. Ding. 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 More mushrooms. I can deal with mushrooms later. Ding. Ding. I'm gonna go through here and come back. Oh, we're not gonna go back. Oh, we're gonna go back after. That's fine. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Right. I have 2 life bottles. I gotta sell one at this point. Alright. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh, another catch chest, I say. Sure, let's open you up. Angel wings, useless. Oop, I don't want to come this way yet. Go back this way. And then this way. So tranquil this music. I don't know if how I feel about this music being so tranquil in this area. Should it be this tranquil in like an orc palace? Ding. Roar. You're so scary. Whoa. That one is slightly more scary. Red saffron. Oh, go away. Bam. Soul bottle. Soul bottles are good too. I will reluctantly accept your soul bottle. See, now is when that hoverboard come in handy. Bing. Bing. Alright, we're done here. Probably gonna have to grind at some point, though I don't really want to do it now. This can't be. After what I did when he killed Laffy? Velvet, are you alright? Of course I'm alright. I know I'm right. I'm sure of it. This isn't how the village should be. Well, stay calm and investigate. I am calm. Fine, really. It didn't seem like there was someone else masquerading as a Neko girl. But she's the real thing. That's something very unnatural going on. You get me, Rokurou? Yeah, we better keep an eye out. Am I going to the village now? What are you telling me? I can't go to the village yet. Alright, let's see here. This is what I want. Thank you. You want to go this way first. Whoa. Oh well, whatever. Ooh, boss. Any saves around here? Nope. Alright, that's fine. Bing, 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 bing. I take something on this boss. Whoa. You're a big boy. More animality rings. Probably shouldn't have bought one, I guess. Oh well. It's only gold. You're a beast. Fiend. Oh, you're a dragon? Weird. Yeah, that's not a lot of damage. Oop. I wasn't able to get these stuns on properly. That's always good. Almost dead, dude. I got you now. Jeez, man. Not kill you? Nope. Oh well. Oof. Nice. More mastery. Hello. Oh wow, yeah, you really have to get that equipment up. Albane. Equipment. I already mastered you, wow. You're at 124. That's not bad. I think I'm gonna swap you out for you. No, these are really good. I don't want to lose 100 though. That's you. Burning and something else. Take that. Oh, you're done. Gotta buy you another bracelet then. Alright, fair enough. I'll give her the feldspar boots instead, please. Alright. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Dude, of course she's gonna blame you for it, man. You got her this way, Geyser. It was your sperms, man. Yo, Geyser, how you doing, brother? Did you play the game yet, Ivan? Because you can already. I think you can return it if you haven't played more than 2 hours, something like that. I don't know what the other rules are, and then maybe you can buy it again, Ivan. Yeah, or a pricing retry, something like that. I feel like that should exist. Guys, did I show you this? Were you here when I found out that you had a goddamn hoverboard? A goddamn hoverboard, Geyser. I hope you're as incensed at this as I am. Ugh. I'm out of here. I'm gonna run from a battle. You're not worth fighting. Let's find a better combat than this. It's Back to Future 3 or 2 or Geyser, I don't know how they decided that it was gonna be this, but it's this. Why? Why, Geyser? Why? What did I do to deserve this, Geyser? I want all three of you. That's what I want. I what's that soul. Yeah, boy, what's that soul? Yeah. Steam apparently is very good on returns, so I wouldn't worry about that. Guys, what's for supper tonight? Before you gotta go out again. Yes, everyone crowd around me. Excellent work. The more you crowd, the more damage I can do. I mean, they very well could be, Geyser. That's kind of how the world works, of course, because Why wouldn't it? Why would it? Why would everything be the same? Items, please. There's a goddamn life bottle on him. Wow, that grade was awful. Inferno Torrent. Cool. Gotta do some of that stuff, though. I thought I fought with you. Oh, whatever. F it. But yeah, Geyser. I've been complaining, this whole stream I've been complaining about the person I walked into yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Who decided that as I was walking out the door, or leaving the wherever I was going from Geyser, that they decided that oh, you know what, I'm gonna hold the door for you. And I'm like, dude, this is a social distancing issue right now, and I'm just like, go move on ahead, and the guy's just looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, lamb korma, nice. What kind of yogurt are you using? Yeah, that's exactly it. And that Geyser, I'm not like one of those people who's too proud to like have someone open a door. If you want to open a door for me, I'm fine with you going open the door. That's not an issue. The issue for me is like, this is a goddamn social distancing thing. Get back, buddy. And this is an older gentleman, guys. This guy's like 50 to 50, between 50 and 60 for sure. And I'm like, dude, just go away. Like, I get that you're polite, but I'm like, I don't hold the door for anybody right now, because why would I? This is not about polite versus not polite. This is about like, don't be stupid. But guys, it gets even stupider than that. Like, I know other people have been hearing me talk about this all night, but like, dude, they like, what is it? I was at a 7. I don't know, like what do you guys call it in Heavy cilantro. Oh, you have a cilantro yogurt. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's reasonable. You know, like, we're in a social distancing. Don't hold the door for me. If you're holding a door for me in a normal situation, I'll gladly walk in. But otherwise, I don't want you holding a door for me. That's just it. Where do you get a cilantro yogurt? Actually, that sounds really good. And I love cilantro. What I was gonna say was, it's not even that, guys. Are like, I don't know what they call it in Australia. Here they call it like a 7-Eleven or a dépanneur or like a corner store. Basically like what you find next to a gas station. I don't know what you guys call it there, guys, right? And the lineup, so... Hold on. So the door, Geyser, is like this. You have your door here. You have your cash register here. And then you have people lining up like this. How do you get in or out of a store? Or how do you leave from the cash to the door without interacting with 6 people within a foot of each other? Yeah, pretty much, Ivan. Like, why do you get near people so closely when you're complete strangers already? Oh yeah, man. Foot open, dude. Using your foot to open the door. That's the speed running strat for life nowadays. Like, it's also just crazy, like what this virus like sticks onto. Like, doesn't it stick on metal for like goddamn 48 hours or something like that? Like something crazy. Like, there's so much stuff that just doesn't stick to metal at all, and this thing stays alive on metal for like 48 hours. You know? Anyways. Due to our cleaning processes? Wow, really? But yeah, guys, put it this way. I said this earlier as well. Guys, they had a plan to open up the elementary schools and the daycares on the 18th of May in Montreal. They've already pushed it back a week because apparently in the last 2 days they had 2,000 more cases in I think it was Quebec. 2,000 cases. Wow, forcing by hazmat. That's crazy expensive, man. Wow, this is pretty crazy of a town. Velvy, you're alright. You're really alright. Oh, thank heaven, it's good to see you. You don't even know this time. You never even wrote. But I thought the whole village was wiped out that day. It probably was. Yeah, it nearly was. But just when we thought it was all over, Lord Arturius saved us. Baloney. No, it was his doing in the first place. He sacrificed Laphicet. It really was a shame what happened to that poor boy. That's all you have to say, a shame? My brother Laffy died. I'm sorry, I truly am, but you can't lose hope, dear. He's right, what counts is your brother's still alive, and you guys are under some kind of like spell or something. He's alive? Oh, never mind. He's in your house. Don't worry, Velvet. I'm just gonna take care of him. You're under a spell, Velvet. Velvet? Velvet? Foot knobs for doors. It's a tax subsidy, okay. Let's see here. Cost will be reimbursed and our tax season is almost open upon us, meaning there will be okay, fair enough. I mean, it's not too bad then. Return to the house, learn the truth. I don't really want to go to the house that badly. Whatever I find there's gonna be dumb. Okay, where can I open up when I need to open? But I know it's up over here. I know it's that there shouldn't be a question mark. I know it's there. Right, let's see here. Sell some crap. Doop. Fake food. God, man. I thought you had 11. Sorry. Okay. That's fine. Melon, what do you got to sell? Buy. Wow. Finally get to go to our, you finally get to go to New Zealand. It's every Australian's dream, Geyser. Man, it's an expensive bottle. I want them, but they're expensive, dude. I was only, I'm only playing, Geyser. It's because I have other Australians telling me about how they hate New Zealanders for some reason, not for some reason, but just in general. Exactly. That's what a lot of them tell me, Geyser. Breaking 22 is not bad, honestly. I don't like this as much though. I like the Souls bottle better. Who needs stuff right now? I think you're okay for now. I don't think I need this that badly. I don't think you need anything personally. You personally, I should say. Ooh, heck yeah. Oh wait, have I messed that? Dang. No, wait. This one. Yeah, give me this. Heck yeah. I think you're okay for now. We're still having you, but they're still expensive, so we're gonna hold off on that. I need like more, what's it called? You didn't give me what I needed. You learn not to be rough. Fair enough. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Is it? That's cool, man. I don't know, man. I've seen New Zealand. You know how it is, man. The only thing I know about New Zealand is what everyone knows about New Zealand. That's where they shot the Lord of the Rings, and it looks gorgeous. and that everyone apparently half the people in the world, no, sorry, half the people in New Zealand hate that Lord of the Rings was shot there, and the other half loves it because of the crap that went on while they were shooting and afterwards. But yeah, hey buddy, still at Tranquil Woods, fair enough. But I mean, that's neither here nor there, I suppose. Actually, guys, I was amazed about something, guys. There, recently they reopened a Pizza Hut near me after not having one for a good, I don't know, man, 5 years maybe. I mean, there was one that was not so close, but it was like wasn't as close, and it closed down like about 2 years ago. But like they just started reopening Pizza Huts around in like Montreal for the most part. And they did something I thought I would never see from a Pizza Hut, man. They had like a $7 pizza, medium pizza. Because I was wondering what they were gonna do to keep up with every other pizza place in Montreal, which is much cheaper. So I was just surprised to see it, man. Forgot to save. I don't know what it is about Pizza Hut, man. Pizza Hut crust is, I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't know what it is. I know exactly what it is in Pizza Hut, guys, that makes their crust so good. But yeah, dude, for whatever reason, they managed to make a great crust that it's hard to beat. I know it's all the butter and the oil they put in it, but still. The mushroom and the mosque, oh, that's rough. Lavy's alive? What's wrong? Next time you speak an illusory art, test out your theory on yourself. You think we're all stealing an illusion? Won't be the first time. But an entire village? That shouldn't be possible. Shouldn't be, no. How do we approach this? Try to break it apart at the seams somehow? No, for now, we and our enemies share the same goal. Come on. Help me look for the Therion. Sure. I think I'll stick with Velvet. I won't stop you. Keep a close eye on her. I don't think she's entirely right in the head at the moment. Yeah. Guess we're gonna break up the party? Yeah. Party broken up. Me so sad. No, dude. I'm sorry to tell you. I've had New York pizza. I'm not gonna say New York pizza style is trash. New York style pizza is fine. It's just thin pizza that you can fold over. I don't care for it one way or the other, honestly. My home hasn't changed a bit. We need to be careful. Aizen thinks this could be a trap. You think Nico and everyone are being controlled? I don't know. It's just. You think it could be Melchior's doing? But even so. It's not gonna work on me. You're insane. People can fight against pain, but... if you visit New Zealand, what are driving from Wellington to Auckland and can stop in the various small towns on the way. Wow, it's not bad actually. Hamilton. But yeah, dude, I've never had Chicago deep dish style pizza, guys. I've heard it's really good, but I've also heard that you kind of have to like the cheese and the sauce they put in it, and if you don't, it's not as great as it could be. But dude, I've had New York style pizza. I've had it before. The New York style pepperonis are very good. I'm sure Neon will argue with me all day. The New York style pepperoni is really good because like it's giant thin pepperoni. But as far as like being able to fold the pizza in half, nah, it's not the same. Honestly, that's not what changed. It's the dough. And a lot of times people tell you it's because the water in New York is so much different that gives the dough a different taste. I've never really noticed it. This will sauce odd? You mean this will sound odd? By the way, guys, before I forget, I totally forgot about this already. Dude, I didn't make a big enough deal about this. You are a goddamn maniac, Geyser. 100,000 points. 100,000 goddamn points. Geyser, that is insane. I love you, brother. 100k points. Goddamn insanity. I told you, man. Whenever you and your wife come by with your son or your you said son, I think it was in the end. With your kid, buddy, don't worry. We'll give you all lessons. I know, dude. That's okay, dude. I appreciate you so much, Geyser, for chatting, for lurking. Trust me, man. I love you, brother. It's whatever you're doing here, fantastic, Geyser, man. You keep me sane while I play video games online. You really do. I couldn't do it if I was just sitting here playing games and no one was here. I'd probably just be offline. Be a stowaway. You could do that. You could do that. Oh man, that's amazing. Well, what I was gonna say was I understand liking greasier pizza. So I have two minds of that, Geyser. You see how ridiculous the show was? So guys, I'm of two minds on pizza in some ways. Okay, so I kind of have this I don't want to say hierarchy of pizza, but I always have this thoughts of pizza, which is pretty simple and complex at the same time. So you have different kinds of pizza, right? You have really good expensive pizza. You have really good cheap pizza. You have mediocre pizza. You have really bad expensive pizza, and then you have really bad, really cheap pizza, or you know what I mean? And there's some times where I kind of really want that really bad cheap pizza, and I don't mean there's a difference between garbage pizza, and I mean garbage pizza. We all know what we mean when I say garbage pizza. We all know what I mean, but garbage pizza and cheap pizza are different. And cheap pizza can be greasier. A lot of times it is, and I get it. But a good cheap pizza that you get for $1 a slice is so good sometimes. It's what you want. And again, $1 a slice pizza does not mean it's bad pizza or trash pizza. There are trash pizzas that cost more than that. I've paid more money for worse pizza. No, man. But see, even DiGiorno or Freschetta or whatever you want, that's not even trash pizza. That still tastes better than trash pizza. Trash pizza is like what you get at a school. It tastes like cardboard. The cheese tastes like tomato sauce. Sorry, the sauce tastes like tomato sauce. The cheese doesn't taste good, Geyser. That's trash pizza. Garbage pizza. Cheap pizza. No, man. But dude, you must have come across other school pizzas that were not tasty. But cheap pizza is good. There's nothing wrong with cheap pizza. You can find yourself a nice greasy slice of pizza. Okay, let's say it's $1.50 instead of $1 now, because I'm an old man who used to pay $1 for a slice of pizza back in the day. Even $2 for a slice of pizza. That's cheap pizza, and it still can be tasty. But trash pizza, you never want to pay for trash pizza. Trash pizza is a pizza that it doesn't matter how much it costs, you don't want to eat it. It could be nostalgia. No, but guys, when I say trash pizza or garbage pizza, it's pizza that even if it's free, you don't want to eat it. Even if it's free, you go, no thank you, and then you walk away and find something else to eat. That's trash pizza. That's what I mean by trash. And I know you've seen it. You've paid for trash pizza before, Geyser. And I'm not saying because because you're trash. I mean because you went to a pizza place, you didn't know what it would taste like, you got the pizza and then you went garbage, and you threw it out, or just ate one slice and you're just no, I'm never buying this again, whatever. Exactly, you've bought some. Everyone's had trash pizza, but that's my point, is that trash pizza is what you don't want to pay for trash pizza, and you won't eat trash pizza. Exactly, that's a trash pizza, not cheap pizza. Cheap pizza is good. Cheap pizza is a pizza that you're like, man, I feel like a dog shit piece of human trash today. I feel like a real piece of garbage. I'm gonna go have some cheap pizza to show everyone how garbage I feel. It's like when you eat Taco Bell. It's like, I feel like a garbage human being. I'm gonna go eat Taco Bell right now. It's tasty, but it makes you feel like garbage later. Taco Bell, any kind of Taco Bell. Just talk about food, Geyser. Exactly. Yo, you never had Taco Bell? Oh, dude. Alright. I won't be deceived by this. You open your wound. Warg. You're warm. Laffy, you're real alive. Laffy? Of course he's gonna sleep, because he's goddamn dead. I found the shrine collapsed on the ground. His wounds were healed, but he's never woken up. If he's still alive, that's all that matters. I'll find a way to make you again. I'll find a way to wake you again, Laffy. I swear I will. We'll be together. And he's dead. Like, he's very much dead. I still have to thank you for this comb, after all. So that's where Velvet's comb came from. So, talk about food looks fine, Geyser. It tastes fine too. It's just really cheap. Oh, lucky you, Geyser. You're gonna find out exactly. It's very cheap, Geyser. Taco Bell can get away with being really cheap because they have 5 ingredients, something like that, on their menu. It's like they have beef, cheese, beef, cheese, lettuce, sour cream, tomatoes, and then maybe a couple other things. And then they just mix and match how those things go into everything. But like everything's the same ingredients for the most part, man. Did Lord Curse really try to sacrifice a defenseless child? Kinda, yeah. What's wrong, Laffy? You look like your usual perky self. I'm okay. I'm just glad Velvet's all right. What your name is Officer too? What a weird coincidence. Yeah, weird. Hey, sorry about all that, you guys. Don't worry about it. What are we gonna do now? If it were me, I'd make Laffy said something he likes really later for dinner tonight. He can have soup. Maybe he'll notice the smell of your cooking and he'll wake up. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe would you watch after him while I go buy what I need? Of course, I'm at your beck and call. Is there anything I can do to help? Yes, please. I'll need you to be my taste tester. Bah, this is so weird. What if they look at the Therion? Let's just leave them to that. You're not curious? Of course I am, but for now I want to stay close to Velvet. I got a really bad feeling about this. So more important than finding that Therion? Yeah, my stomach's twisted. I got a chill up my spine. I'm really scared. Alright, let's keep going. Skip. Alright. But yeah, dude, it comes down to the idea, like, a lot of people say that eating Taco Bell really messes with their digestive system. I've never really in terms of, like, especially when they have to go to the bathroom, I've never found that to be the case for myself. I mean, that doesn't really mean much one way or the other, of course. But it definitely sits, like, when I eat it, Geyser, yeah, fake steak. But when I eat it, Geyser, it sits in my stomach, man, like a rock. Be cheap. Oh, you're not cheap. Nice. Okay. So, like, there is that issue where it's just not cheap. Oh, it's not cheap. It just sits like a rock in there. But, like, it's the same thing with cheap pizza, man. Cheap pizza doesn't really sit well with you after a while. Your prices are going to be absurd. Why, dude? What's going on? Or just say why in particular. I like how no one comments when I'm on a goddamn board like this. Alright, let's keep going here. Hello. Yeah, I don't care. This is all stuff about, like, doesn't really matter. Dude, I'm telling you, there's stuff that tastes good there. I'm not ragging on Taco Bell because it tastes bad or anything. I'm ragging on Taco Bell because it's so cheap to make and it's so weird, like it tastes weird in some ways. Oh, not tastes weird. It's that it sits in your stomach weird. But it's because how cheap it is, man. Like, guys, they're in the U.S. they have a whole menu dedicated to $1 at like Taco Bell, and there's like 8 to 10 things on the menu. So, like, in that way, what? Wait, what? What am I waiting for? Just missing one more thing. That's cool. Right. Old lady. The Lucky Mary blades against the dance demons. The excess the hands that wield them. Humanity's hope. You ever change? Want me to take you home this time? Touching me like I'm senile. Alright. Still can't leave? Still can't leave. Right, let's go back. Dude, $1 menu. Geyser, look at the one. Look at the Taco Bell in the United States. See if you can pull up their menu, and look how cheap. Look what's on their dollar menu, and you'll understand when I say it's why it's so cheap, and like why it doesn't, and like why I find it sits in your stomach forever. It's because it costs $1 for all those products, man. Yeah, I can get some eggs. Oh my god, shopping list. All right, let's go. Yawn. You like Spanish, right, Eleanor? Well, you know, I just... Alright, it's true, but keep it between us, okay? You don't really seem to be enjoying yourself at the shop. Quite, and you can really pick out nice amounts of food while making every all counts. She's so cheerful and carefree. That's the real Velvet, I'm sure of it. Yes, an ordinary, dutiful, loving sister. Or she could have stayed that way. She could have loved the happy life surrounded by her friends. Just plain Velvet Crow, sister to Laura Turius. And maybe not Laura Turius, but just plain Arthur. Happy ordinary life for... Oh, God. Cool. Let's keep going here. Oh, I gotta hunt for them. My mistake. Of course I do. Back to Morgana Woods. Why not? Chips with ground beef, yeah. Salsa, lettuce, sour cream, and cheese. Oh, sorry, fries, yes. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure it's even cheaper than that in the U.S. Unless you're looking at the U.S. one right now. Like, it's pretty goddamn cheap, Geyser. You can get burritos and tacos for $1, man. It's really, really cheap. Oh, I gotta do all this crap again. Fine, whatever. I've already fought prickle boars before. And then I gotta fight the mama prickle boar, right? That's how it goes. Yeah, man, I told you. They have like a crazy amount of items for $1, dude. Like, it's ridiculous, literally, how cheap it is. Oh. Didn't mean to fight you, but I guess I'll do it anyways. And again, like I said, dude, it's not that I think it's not that I find it's a bad price. The price is fine, but you know that something that's that cheap is gonna be sitting on your stomach for years to come. Like, just small cheese on tortilla, yeah, man. Is it like a cheesy roll or something like that? Yeah. Like, guys, even in Canada, we don't have the dollar menu like that. That doesn't exist. Like, nothing in Canada is that cheap as in the States for multiple reasons, obviously. But it really comes down to the fact of like, yeah, slow word time. But it really comes down to the fact of like a lot of the quality of our meats have to be like higher standard than they are in the States. In the States, the quality of their meat for Taco Bell doesn't have to be quite as high. Fair. It's still crazy to me, man. Fricivores are not a challenge, man. Let's get out of here. This is not what I would call hunting, man. This is just like shooting fish in a barrel, maybe. I mean, it's not so much that, dude, but it's like it's a difference between like grade, like, I don't know. I don't want to say F because that sounds kind of bullshit, though. I have heard stories like that. But it's mostly the difference between like grade C or B or whatever meat versus grade A or S or whatever the hell the heck the top ones are. Is what it really comes down to. And like you can eat, and like I don't want to make it sound like I'm some kind of snob. You can eat grade B meat. It's not a problem. It's definitely not the best meat for you, but it's fine. Where's the last one? Up this way. I need all the purple balls and blue balls right now. I like how this Prickleboar is like coming after me, like he's gonna do something. Comfrey. Alright, let's go here. Where are you? There you are. And you're dead. There should be enough. What's wrong? Nothing. I just feel a little sorry for them. That's all. I hear you. I hear you. These Prickleboars may have all had family. People can be so heartless. Yeah, I'd forgotten this feeling. What can you do? At the end of the day, we have to eat just as much as they do. Yes, what can you do in this situation indeed? I mean, I don't know about that, but alright, why not? And Geyser, in Australia they have regulatory, so they're gonna have to use at least grade A meats. Like that's a limitation when you kind of work in those kind of places. You have no choice. But it also means that your food's a lot more expensive in Taco Bell. You won't find $1 menu there. But I mean, I've had the difference. Yes, our dishes are very similar in that regard, Geyser. But what I was trying to say was that I've had. So here's the thing: I've eaten Taco Bell in the U.S. I've eaten Taco Bell in Canada, Geyser. They taste exactly the same. They really do. Like it really doesn't matter like what kind of meat they use. It tastes exactly the same, and they fit and they sit in your stomach the exact same. Like it didn't matter that I lived like when I ate in Canada. It still sits in your stomach like crazy. So like I really don't want to give like a weird impression that like, oh, Canada's better. It's not that. It's really not. Canada's Taco Bell tastes pretty similar, man. Sure, give him some garbage equipment that I have to master. Good stuff. Alright. Shopping, hunting, laughing with friends. That's how it used to be, wasn't it? Yes, it runs through my own past. But wasn't your village? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. The happy times shared with my family. I still treasure those memories. And even after the attack, I still been able to find happiness. Eating a good meal, making new friends, and falling in love. Oh, sorry. Are we the Yanko's aide who said that our KFC tasted far better? See, I can't talk about the KFC from you guys, so I couldn't tell you. I like the KFC better in the US. They have a bigger menu, and it's not so much that it tastes better. Well, actually, I did find it tastes a little better in the States. I found more that because they had more of a menu in the States, that some of the products that we don't get in Canada tasted better. They serve beer, maybe for you, not for US or Canada. That being said, the popcorn chicken is different though, guys. If you can see if you can find like how it looks in the States compared to what it probably looks like in Canada or the US or Australia, and you'll see the popcorn chicken is totally different, which is kind of funny. In the States, it has like a harder crust, almost like a crunchier kind of style crust. Whereas in Canada, it's like more of a fluffy, lighter style look. I don't know what it looks like in Australia, but yeah, it's different, man. Yeah, falling in love. Ah, look at me say bien fou. Oh God. First love? Do you really think so? That's not top of that talk, bien fou. You're like an old man. Only 150 years old already. But still, I'd like to meet the guy Velvet first fell for. I wouldn't. I see. You're a guy. Alright. Time to go back. What's in here? Oh. Definitely finding more guys with this hoverboard though. Yeah, a little bit like that too. That's how Canada is. They're like soft little balls. In the States, it looks more like almost like chips. Not like chips, sorry. So when I say chips, I mean like chips off a rock. Not chips out of a. Not like French fries or potato chips. I mean like chips from a rock. Like they're flatter in that kind of way. They're more oval shaped and flatter. Yeah, I know, dude. It's one of the things that I was shocked to find out when I had them in the States. Yo, what's up, Cellar Dweller? How you doing, man? It's been a couple days. How you doing? Yeah, Gristle. I think there's a T in it. Guys are like Gristle, but I don't know exactly. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Gristle's probably the best way to describe it. Actually, even though it doesn't taste like that, but it's probably the best way to describe it. And yeah, what do you want to do recently, Cellar? Everyone's safe at home. Everyone still doing well. Anything new to buy? Yeah, kinda. I don't need the papers. I don't need these boots. Watership is expensive. I don't really want to pay for them. Sorry. Why is the quartz pendant the rag now? It's weird to me. What's your equipment like for the pendants? Oh, I can't tell because I don't have, because he's on my party. Gotcha. No, man, you can get soft toggers cheaper than $1.99, guys. I'm pretty sure you can get soft toggers like $1.20 or something like that. Not on much. Dude, I've been good, man. I've been good. Symphony of the Night. Symphony of the Night was a good, like, 2 weeks ago, probably. It's not that bad. No, okay, 99 cents. That's it. Yeah, it actually does remind me of Symphony of the Night. This actually reminds me more of Bloodstained, probably. For what it's worth. But, I mean, I think Symphony of the Night's a better game than this, personally. This game is not bad. It has decent music in it. But I mean, I think Symphony of the Night was a better game. Yeah, Bloodstained looked a lot better than this as well. But it definitely kind of reminded me of this, of Bloodstained. Have you ever played a Tales game, Seller? Heard the news about something or other. So what's your plan now? You guys still around the village? Yep. Yeah, we want to check out the shrine too, but we got stopped. Apparently Abbey's designated off limits. If there's a threat around, it's probably there. We're going to draw it out. If there's a trap, things may turn violent. Out of the way, this place is about to get a lot less tranquil. Same as everywhere else I've been. You can quit here if you like, but I'm going to keep it on fighting the Abbey. If I try to stop you, you'll insist, I presume. Velvet, no. I'll give you 1 day. Once you make your mind, come meet me at the Cape. I'm with him. How tomorrow shakes out depends on what you decide, Velvet. It's too much for you? Oh, I mean price-wise. I mean, honestly enough, if it's too much for you, it's always better to hold off on getting a game. Yeah. Because, like, Bloodstained is still new enough that's pretty expensive, Seller. And I'm not saying there's not a lot of replay value in it. I think there's a decent amount of replay value in Bloodstained, but I think it really depends on your personality as well. Like I think Bloodstained is more like it has a lot of replay value if you'd like to do the 100%ing stuff, and you like the collecting stuff. I don't know how much it has if not though. Your hand, it's. As you can see, I'm a Damon. 3 years ago, I was the one who attacked this village, and I don't want to hear it. Damon or no Damon, you're still you, okay? So you're scary. I'll get used to it. Everyone's like, keep it a secret. Just let's just live here in the village like we used to, okay? You, me, and everyone else. Yeah, there's something definitely wrong here. Nico. This game, I've just got a gold star for being such a good taste tester too. This game, so this game is about. I'm about 45 hours in. I'll say, and I'm gonna try. I shouldn't cross my arms. It's not that bad. I'm about 45 hours in, but it's probably closer to 37. Yeah. It's probably close to 37. I had a lot of time that I left the game on. And it's just been accumulating hours. So, but this game's also almost done. The game takes about 40 to 45 hours to finish, generally. I'm just slow at games a lot of times. Then there's a post game, and then there is, like every Tales game, or most Tales games, you can New Game Plus it as well through the grade shop. It's an interesting system how the grade shop kind of works. It's long. It's long. I wouldn't suggest this one though. There are cheaper games on that you can get that are going to give you as much time. Yes and no. The game is good in some ways. It's bad in others. I'm a real big Tales fanboy in a lot of ways though, so I'm kind of forgiving of it. I probably shouldn't be as forgiving as I am. This game plays like an MMO, like a mobile game in a lot of ways. There's too many mechanics, and there's not like it all feels like empty in that regard. The story is pretty good, and the combat is fun for regular enemies, and less fun for bosses. Like for me, I don't know if it's just the way I play, but I find the bosses really get slowed down in the game. Just need some water, guys. Like I find the bosses really kind of slow down because of the way the combat mechanics work. So just based on that, it's not as much fun. If you're looking for a Tales game to get into, though, I did see Tales of Symphonia on sale for $5 Canadian. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. What else? Yeah, I was gonna say, I've heard a lot of good things about Tales of Symphonia. I've never played it, but everyone tells me I should. I own a copy, but I just haven't got a chance to. If you've never played Tales of Symphonia, I think it was $5 on Steam this week. It seems to be on sale a lot, though, so you don't should worry about it, but it's very cheap from what I understand. Tomorrow, fix your nice, too. There is voice acting in this. I've just turned it off so I can do the parts myself. Hey, is this a copy of the Book of the Illuminati and all the pages right here? Hey, Fee. Can I buy your comments real quick? I'll get right back. Please? Alright. Poor Fee. You really want a compass. You really want a compass more than anything else. Just like you, he loves to stare out of the sea, wondering what's on the other side. He wanted to go adventuring someday. Oh, I didn't know that. It's like staring into a goddamn mirror. I bet once he wakes up, you two will be really good friends. So this is what your life used to be like before everything happened, huh? What's going on to you? Maybe they're putting it a little too sweet. But how do you know what it tastes like? It's a dream, that's why. Goddamn dream. But there's always other options as well. Like I would go for like the further back ones. You know, I think I'll get myself some shut-eye. But what are you gonna do about tomorrow? Imagine, are there arts that let casters manipulate dreams? Huh? Dreams? Why? There is, yes. An art that requires a certain type of malak. It envelops you in a fog and reads your regrets, then traps you in a happy dream. An art that reads your regrets and shows you happiness. I'm going to the Cape. Now? What has gone into you? Velvet. A little bit, man. Don't go. Stay here with me. No, you're a dream. This is Fee's compass. I'm sorry, Laffy. You're not real. Like, I will say, this is pretty dark for a Tales game. How ironic that just all became dark all of a sudden. Super dark, super foggy. Can I afford that chest yet? So I can not have to come back here? Nope. I can probably come back for it though, which I probably should. I don't know, we'll see. I can probably come back here later. It's not a big deal. Do I gotta fight here? Velvet? Velvet? There you are. But you have to stop your friends. They keep saying they're going to the Cape and they just won't listen. The abbot's forbidden anyone from going inside. We all punish if anyone breaks the rules. Who cares what you think? You guys are dreams. I'd say Nico, but I think I'm a terrible person. I always thought I could have my old life back again, and I could forget everything else. I tried to act like I was doing it for Laffy, but it was all for myself. But I can't forget. I shouldn't forget. Laffy is dead. He was murdered without even knowing why. I will never forget that. Ever. So get out of my way. If you don't, I'll devour you again. Why? Why must you do this? Truth at last. have been a Duke. Ooh, nice. We got some nice stuff. This way, it's running through these woods. Hey, man, tell me what the hell's going on here? It's a trap! Trap, 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 trap! Alright, it's been an illusion based on Velvet's dreams. That's nasty little art. But Velvet saw through it all. She did, but even if it was all a dream, such brutality on her part. Hey, Velvet's always been a brutal poodle, but shake off the dream by herself? Now that's something. The boundary between dreams and reality is demarcated solely by one's own heart. What? I'm saying she's wowie zowie cool beans. Come on, we gotta go. Wowie zowie cool beans. Please never say it again. Oh, dude. Wowie zowie cool beans. Give me this, please. Thank you. Oof. Lower level. Oh, well. Take it. Why not? Alright. I mean, we could save, but I think I'll be okay without it. Grab this. Since Mega Man 5. Wowie zowie! Did you see that, Blue? So we've been in these woods earlier in the game. So now we just get to we have to see it again, kinda, which is interesting. But yeah. So I still can't go up there. I wonder if I can go up there with that board I got. I don't want to fight you. Don't need to fight you either. Yeah, this is the first dungeon we come across in the game. When we start up. So to come back here when it's dark and scary and gloomy is very kind of interesting. I don't actually. This is kind of like the only time I don't mind. Like coming back to this place like this. Yeah, go away. This is what I want. Heck yeah, look at this. I want to go this side for so long. Can I go up this thing? No, I still can't. Oh well. It's alright. Ah. Wolf Berserkers. Yeah, the dialogue is not usually pretty good. I mean, some of the characters are interesting. The main character for me is still not relatable, but I've been saying that the whole time. Because I just find the main character not relatable. It's been getting better, but I don't know, man. Like 40 hours into a game, is that really when your character become more relatable? Where's your cat chest in here? Ah. So I came from here. It's fine. Let's go this way. Kick. Hopefully I can come back up this way. Nope. Alright then. Good work, me. And they really make you pay for like venturing past this side. After all that, where's the cat chest? It wasn't even here in the end. Sure. Anyways. the mood is definitely dark and scary. I kind of dig it. Even though it's not my type of mood, I definitely dig it for this game for right now. Whoa. Make our save. Save. I mean, honestly, dude, like, the thing is, again, I like the Tales of series enough that I'm like, this game is kind of interesting for what it was. It had a lot of good Tale stuff in it. Like, the story was pretty good. Some of the combos was fun in a lot of ways. If I had known what it would be like right now, when I started the game, I probably would have started. There it is, the Therion. At least not on stream. I think the biggest problem has been that it just doesn't feel like a stream game. You're a beast, and you're weak to fire. Oh, and you resist fire. That's great. Oh, you're actually not that strong. That's fine. If I can just get some souls, that'd be perfect. Have I ever played 12? I don't know 12. Guess who's about to die? Oh, hello. Give me that soul. Heck yeah. Oh, FF12, sorry. I have played 12. I think you're talking about a different game. Sorry about that. Don't die. Thank you. I do love CT. I have played FF12. 12 was fun. The story wasn't bad. I own and played 12 on PS2, I think it was PS2. Whatever console it's on, I own it for, not the Steam version, which means that I was also able to really go like crazy out on what's it called? The job board. Like, I maxed out the job board about halfway through the game. With all those, sorry pups, you're coming with me. Velvet! It's okay. I killed their owner. I deserve all their hates. And then some. But yeah, I maxed out the job board on the slimes. Holy crap. IZJS. Is this? I don't know is this. What is this? Is that a game? Is that short for something? Dude, I'm so out of it, Card Dweller. Like, I don't know shortened things a lot of times. But now I understand, once I get my revenge, you can tear me apart if you like, I promise. Till then, I'll need your help. Oh, they're so cute. Look at them. Guess the art finally evaporated. The book disappeared. What book? I found a copy of the ancient book with every page still intact in the villain's house. Artorias' book? The room might be there. We should go back to the villain's house and search for it. No. Oh, there you go. All those equipment mastery. Awesome. Provides the ability to track a random skill which improves elemental damage. Alright, sure. Sorry. International Zodiac Job System. Oh, okay. Interesting. See, okay, so I heard about I heard about that version of the game being different in that regard. I don't know if I want to replay FF12 for it though. What I was gonna say though is I also heard you can't max out the job board that early though. Like I heard they fixed that, which is not always a bad thing. I think that was a hell of a illusion. I have to admit that skill that went into its construction. The cat's probably a tethered Malak with a unique power on the same level as my Reaper's Curse. I can think of one person who wanted to lay such a wicked trap. Still, we have a new clue for to the nature of Inomat. You found Inomat's book, right, Laffy? Yeah, in Velvet's house. Let's hurry to Velvet's house. Okay, well then, why would we just... whatever. Why were we stopping for that? Oh look, there's a boss here. No treasure? Let's go. Let's see if we can find our... what's it called here anyways, though? Our cat's chest, at the very least. Don't know if I can open it, but we're gonna try. Yo, what's up, Life? That's what I thought, Life. When I looked into it, that's what I thought. Okay, so right now, I can't promise anything, Life. I'm very much hoping that not tonight, but hopefully the next stream is gonna hopefully be the last one. But I can't promise. Like I don't know. I don't know, man. I've never played it. Like I'm only going by like what the walkthrough, like where the FAQ says I am. And I'm not checking. I'm not reading the walkthrough. I'm just like checking to see like what the entries are. Before I started tonight, it said I had 18 places to go. It doesn't. It's not an hour per place. It's usually a lot less. But I mean, because I don't know the game that well, it can be a little more sometimes. But it definitely feels like the game is kind of starting to wrap up as well. Life, Life, how are you doing, brother? Are you guys playing Toe? I heard you guys are playing ToeJam and Earl tonight. You, Life, Aaron. Is that true? Where's the cat's chest, man? There it is. That's what I'm looking for. They all yeeted. What's up, Tapper? Open this shit up. Nothing. All right. Tap. Did you go see Neon already? I'll come back for you in a second, buddy. Come back and fight you as soon as I go to save. Neon defeated Twitch? I feel like that's the perfect question of the day for you, Life. Neon defeated Twitch. Whoa. Let's fight you, Mr. Man. Ow. If you're... Oh, you're armored. I see. Armored undead with weakness to fire. can't fix that up here. God damn it. This guy's frustrating as heck. Yeah, like in real life, man. Man, this guy sucks. Like, this is what I mean by slow, man. Okay, he's undead, armored fiend with a weakness to fire. But he's also strong against what? Strong against, what's called? Alright. Did I get anything for Fiend yet? I still didn't get anything for Fiend. Oh, there's the Fiend. Okay. Fiend. Undead. What else are you? Armored. Dodging line. Searing Edge. Infernal Torrents. Heaven's Wrath into Megasonic Thrust. I mean, I had someone ask me before, Seller, and it comes down to the idea of like, if you believe in a one timeline theory, it means that every time someone goes back in time, because eventually you have to either believe or don't believe time that what do you call it? I can't remember what it's called anymore. Time travel will exist. It means we won't realize the time that it doesn't exist. Like, sorry, that changes are being made, which is so hard for me to believe. You know, just die already, man. You have so much HP. You have so much frustration. Like, there we go. You're dead. Damn. When's that from, Tap? Tonight? I can allow damage to be on nullifying. Sure. Megasonic Thrust. Let's go. Oh yes, I want to change my equipment as well. Yeah, but I don't care about this crap. Just keep going mastering more interesting stuff, more useful stuff. Slow shock is mastered, cool. Sure, go slow. No, here, go with fire then. Why not? Flame ward, okay. Shock ward. Gotta keep mastering stuff. Feldspar and Spirituoso. Okay, sure. Heck yeah, this one. Just mainly remember love. As cute as it is, yeah. I got you, buddy. What else you got here? I got a lot to keep going here. Done. Sure, runner shields are fine. The answer is love. I mean, it's not a bad answer, man. That's for sure. Like, why not? What was I gonna do about? Oh yes, I want to change this for the slow ward instead. There you go. Very nice. All right, what are we on here? Save. Gotta head back to town now. It's all about love. Tap, what kind of burgers you got today, buddy? Don't know if Tap's still there. He might have already gone to see Neon. Wait, hold on. It's faster to go this way. I'm just gonna go this way. Heck yeah. Skip all this crap. Bye-bye. So long, King Baza! Super inappropriate to be on a hoverboard. Wendy's, damn. Top beat me to Wendy's. I've never known you as a Wendy's boy. I always knew you as a Subway's boy. Switch up because every healthy. Yeah, super healthy, Tap. Every time we order burger, really? You're like that's a joke, right? Like you can't be that unlucky of a person to be like, I didn't want cheese and I got cheese every time. Oh my god, that would drive me absolutely nuts, man. I like cheese, but I mean that would drive me crazy. It's empty. No surprise there. Our choice is 2/3 overlook something like that. If only I show it to you as soon as I found it. Then we just have over with it. We wouldn't have been able to read it without Grimroth anyways. Was just a dream after all. Alright, what are we doing now? Return to Vanalita at 1,000 docks. Sure, we can do that. Trying to learn how to knit? Cool. Psychosis is the cheese. Do you not like cheese? Are you lactose intolerant? You don't have to eat cheese. I'm just wondering in general. Complicated books sounds fine. Get up here. Just hate cheese. Oof. Does that also carry over to pizza? Or is pizza okay on in your books? I gotta know. Those are good. My sister and her son. He died before he was even born. They're in rough shape. We should lay some flowers. Don't bother. There's no point. Yeah, that's what I mean, Tab. That's why I was so surprised. Like that seller just kept getting cheese. See, I can kind of dig that, man. I really like mozzarella on pizza as well. Like, I definitely feel that. Like, for me especially, man, I really don't care for, like, a sharp or strong cheese. I really like the lighter cheeses in general, seller. So, like, I like mozzarella. I like a little bit of, provolone is not bad. It's a little bit, it's not too much in it. Like, not a sharp cheddar or not an old cheddar I like. It's also very light in flavor. Eating one would be cruel enough for plucking an innocent flower just to offer it as decoration for some memorial. It's not even a sacrifice, it's just a cruelty devoid of all purpose. Melchior, as obtuse as ever. I take it you're the one behind the dream fog? I must say, you must be able to break free. Such resolve, if you weren't Asterion, I'd be tempted to take you under my wing. Did you come here to flatter me? Indeed, although I was already in the neighborhood to retrieve this book. I'll be taking that. This book was compiled by my dear friend, who was also Artorias' mentor and predecessor, as head of the Exorcists. It contains the hopes and dreams left by a noble soul who gave his life for the world that grieved him. If not, it is not for a tainted daemon to touch. Like, we need your permission. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, that's just his daemon. Gotcha. Look at this guy and tell me that's not the true. That's not even more true. Salad roller. The cool baby for once. Is that you didn't? Be patient. You know everything before long. All we seek is a realization of the perfect order. As tranquil and beautiful as the wildflowers in the bloom. Perfect order? Let's go. There's nothing left for us here. I forgot to fight to get my brake soul gauges back up. Anyways. Alright, so what do we got going on here? Yeah. But they're all wearing top hats. Every one of them was wearing top hats, and most of them were wearing aviators. Top, what do you think, Top? Oh no. Top, do we put him in the swimwear as well, or do we leave him in his regular clothes? I think the swimmer honestly looks less. I think the swimmer honestly looks less ridiculous. No clothes, it is. You heard the man. No clothes. Alright, let's keep going, guys. Okay, he's made of, bottle. Good. It's fine. You know how it is. It's Tapper's Delight. I like how they're wearing matching swimsuits now. What the hell? Why would they leave us here? Look, it's the Book of Internet. What's it doing here? Wait, that's one of Arthur's. Actually, it's a copy Lafayette made. Oh, crap. This actually did happen. Lafayette made a copy of that book. He's grabbing it all by hand, and he sold it just to buy me that comb. Totally forgot about this. This actually did happen. This is not just bullshit. There's something here for us after all. Though I will say, it being surviving the rain is something different. But I mean, it actually was made in advance. That's a complete manuscript. We'll be able to unravel Intermat's secrets. We'll have to show it to Grimoth. Oops, missed that. This is getting closer to the end. It's not quite the end, but it's definitely getting closer, Seller. I think I have like another 5 to 6 hours to go. My guess. But yes, it's getting closer to the end, dude. So basically, the main character here, Velvet, her brother was killed in some kind of ritual to turn her into a Therion, which gathers the darkness out of other people. Because when people have too much darkness in them, they turn into daemons, kind of like emo. It's just a little bit weird in general, but it's kind of how it goes. So we're pretty much we've come full circle to understanding what's going on, which is fair. There's a lot more stuff that's been happening in general. I don't think me going over it's gonna be really helpful though, because I just find there's too much stuff to go over in a lot of ways. Oh, can't go around that. Let's go find a fight that's decent. So this one-on-one piddly crap. Ding. Oh, hello. Finally. You can fight me if you're fighting against this guy as well. That was not what I wanted at all. Oh well. I do suggest other games. Again, like I said before, man, if you don't mind going backwards in time, Seller, like playing some of the original stuff, go play Tales of Destiny for the PS1, Tales of Destiny 2 for the PS1, Tales of Legendia for the PS2, Tales of Symphonia is supposed to be very good. What else? Tales of Xillia is not terrible, but it is what it is. It's a game that exists in the new world, as it were. I really like what's the one I really like? Tales of Abyss is not bad. Tales of Xillia was a little bit worse. Tales of Graces, that's the other one. Tales of Graces was also not bad either. I think Tales of Graces is probably the second best of the new series, kind of thing. Sorry, not Tales. If I said Tales of Fantasia, I meant Tales of Destiny. Fantasia, I would say you can probably skip Tales of Fantasia. This is the one you want. Yeah. Tales of Fantasia was the original for SNES. That was probably remade. It was fine. I have no real bad thing to say about it, though I didn't care for it. It was not my. Like, I definitely don't suggest it to people for that Honored Monster. I don't suggest it for people to play for Tales games. Like, it doesn't feel like a Tales game. It feels like, because every other game after that had very different mechanics for the most part. That Tales of Fantasia for the SNES and Game Boy Advance don't feel like they're from the same franchise. He was Melchior. There was something different about him. He wasn't a Malik though, right? That's definitely Ifrid. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a demon. Why would the Abbey be working with a demon? He could be a Therion, maybe. I mean, there was a Medicea and Kimono. No, I don't think so. The Abbey keeps their Therions behind barriers and bound their Earth Walls points. A Therion can't send malevolence to Lindemat while walking around freely. That's correct, and besides, Ortherus was already here. In any case, we know that Melchior is a mean-looking bodyguard in addition to his illusions. It'll take quite a lot to stop him. Oh yeah, that's a fact. It's definitely 100% Ifrid, his captain. Who was captured and then turned into whatever the hell you're looking at right now. Get away from me. Alright. Can't even open you yet. Whatever. All these orbs are driving me nuts. Still can't warp. There's more cutscenes to come, guys. Oh no, there's someone I have to ask. What is it? Did you leak out our plans to the Abbey? I don't know anything like that. Then how do you explain Melchior and his illusions already waiting for us when we got to Abel? I promised you that I'd work together with you until I found the truth for myself. I'm not playing any tricks. It's far too late for that now. Exactly. Exactly. What a guilty party would say. If anyone's suspicious here, I'd say it's you, Majaloo. No tricks. I don't even know what a trick is. Enough. If Eleanor was leaking information, then Titania would surely be under attack by now. Right. I'm sure the Abbey would love to have those Therions back. But the enemy was in the village waiting in the ambush. The Abbey isn't foolish. They figured out by now that we're rounding up the Therions. They'll have us transfer us with each remaining one. It's the obvious move. Alright, if that's how you see it, I'll stand down. So you trust me then? No, I'm saying that if anything that Abby tries, I'll be ready for it. Yeah, dude. Melchior from Chrono Trigger. I know. Who was the Gasper? Or the Gaspard? I don't know, man. Oh, such a brave and determined soul. An art to control daemons. Let's see what we got here. Eleanor, does the Abbey possess an art that can control daemons? Not that I've ever heard of. Besides, if they could control daemons, there'd be no need to resurrect Inamat, would there? Can't argue with that. But Melchior was obviously in control of that daemon. How do you manage that? You can tether them like a Malik, and Melchior wasn't using oaths or mana to compel them. No, this was something more like a mind control. Mind control? Let's say you know the target's innermost desire. You suddenly conjure the right illusion, so much you would push the buttons in just the right way. If you can create an illusion of something someone really wants, you can control them. Exactly. You can force a powerful burden upon your target's psyche until their spirits breaks, that is. What happens when they break? Depends on the target. They might become an empty shell. They might go with wild desire. Eeny, teeny, speeny, crow. You should know a lot about this. Now that you put it that way, why would I know so much about it? What if someone was controlling me? Make me say these very words. How horrifying. I believe I'll take your words with a grain of salt. Cool. Alright. Yeah, come at me, bro. As I run around you. Dumb enemies. I'm reading to the Bible. Who knows what they were thinking? Oh, interesting. I did not know that. I'm really not much into the Bible. I think like Tap knows a lot more about the Bible than I do. Right, Tapper? Damn, I had some spicy wings earlier today, and the whole room still smells like spicy wings. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's kind of making me a little bit hungry. Give me all of you. All of you belong to me. Oh, your base, your base. Listen, Eleanor really is spying on us. I was with her almost every minute, but when I wasn't, I was watching her. And she's a woman who keeps her promises. She wouldn't lie to. No, I didn't make him myself. I went out to pick him up from my buddy who gives me cheap food. Cap. We understand, Lapset. If she were lying to herself, if she were lying to herself and somehow keep spying on us, the guilt would fill it up with malevolence. I see you're right. The fact that I haven't turned into a dragon proves that. Thank you, both of you. I didn't think you were doing that information intentionally. But there are but there are illusions like Milkier out there. That means you can't rule if someone's recording your thoughts in secret. I don't think we need to worry about that. Then not with you and Laugh Set, Nia. Now that's so. It's time for you all to testify to my innocence. That could be difficult. What? Well, okay. Why don't you start off by telling us all about the time you sold us out to Teresa back in Heloise? Oh, why'd you bring up that old yam? You're a very vindictive man. You know that? You just figured that out? Well, there's your proof. At least you wouldn't make much of a spa. She really wouldn't. Hey, that's not what I meant. You're mean. Alright. But no, I didn't make it myself, dude. Honestly, I've never really made wings at home. I've always had the problem that wings. I don't know, man. Maybe you're better than I am, Tap. Like I'll gladly admit to that more often than not. But I've never built it. Like I've never had like homemade wings that taste as good as like a deep fryer. Even when you deep fry at home, I've never really had them better than that. I always feel like wings are like one of those things where it's like they almost always taste better in a restaurants. Maybe I'm wrong about that, Tap. What do you think, buddy? Or anyone? What do you guys think in general? About that option. Maybe I'm just deluding myself about that. Whoa, where'd you come from? Oh, dude, the third. Okay, so there is a bar close to my house. Well, it's a good 15-minute drive away, but still close. And they have this tiny little deep fryer. The deep fryer is about the size of a like I don't know. What do you call it there? The Guinness Book of World Records there, about that size, but like deeper. And
I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemon.
I don't know what it is about this deep fryer they have, guys. Maybe they just never changed the oil, but they have some of the best wings I've ever eaten in that oil. An air fryer, a flamethrower. Oh wow. No, he's not Elon Musk yet. Life. No, man. We called it the magical deep fryer. I've seen. My buddy has an air fryer. Sounds good, seller. My buddy has an air fryer top. It's never as good as an actual deep fryer, dude. Yeah, I know. But I think we both know that's not as good as a deep fryer, right? So I assume it's not that you're trying to replace deep fryer as much as you just don't want to deal with the oil. What's convection? What's this one now? I don't even know. Let's keep going. Talking about prickle boar meats. Cool. Glad that we stopped for that. So what's up here? I should probably get what's it called though. Sorry guys. Wee. Alright. Peppa. I need to go up this way. Oh, man, I don't even know anymore. Nope. Alright, should be fine. Where are these guys? Where are you? I don't know where you are. Care of you. Isn't convection just? I'm pretty sure convection is just like regular, like baking, dude. Oh, we're doing a show as well. Oh crap! Didn't realize this was gonna be a show. Hi there, thanks for having us again. The Bienfu Keepers. Magic exam. Whoa, back it up again? We're supposed to be regulars here. Why does everyone look like they've never heard of Bienfu? Oh, what's the magic exam stuff? Is this some kind of spell? Gosh, it's been quite a cold. It's been getting really cold here lately. Are you trying to ignore my questions? What does it matter? Aren't you too cold to worry about things like that? Does this feel summery to you? I can be cold and ask you questions at the same time. Actually, it is rather cold. See? I said it was cold. In fact, I've been so cold lately, I've even set fire to my clothes. Did I go too far? What's how cold it was? In fact, that wasn't enough, so I set the house on fire too. Your house? Why would you do that? Well, don't worry, it doesn't bother me at all. And who said it was my house? The one I set on fire was yours! It's a crime, you know. Huh? What's wrong? It's not in the script. Arson is a serious crime. Well, yes, but... the script, the punchline was supposed to be when I saw how much it would cost to replace them, I got the chills. Yeah, but I got the moment and thought I could add something better. Everything's something morally abhorrent? Change it back. What's the big deal? You're getting worked up over a joke. Crime is not a joke. Even speaking as a normal citizen, I can't condone speech that promotes such horrifically antisocial acts. Now you got me all mad. I give up for good. No, it's bad. I said I give up for good. No, it's bad. Oh God. That was awful. Yeah, pretty much. Got a hatless style for someone. Whoa, that's too naked. I'm sorry. Now she just looks like she's... no. What? Why? What? What? Why? The hatless style I'm kind of down with, but like everything else, jeez, man. A salamander with a hood? Well, it's just swell. It's something every day for them. Wasn't there heavy fog? Nope. Alright. It's about weather again. Glad we talked about the weather. Ooh, of course, daggers I don't need. Or spear I don't need. Good stuff. This I kind of need, though. Yeah, I definitely need this thing. The blow ring. They're pretty good for now. Choose the equipment. This one. And I want you to that one to equip this, please. I want you to learn this skill right away. Oh, a skill is a gas grill. Okay. I'll be honest, guys. If I had to choose one thing, it's the most impractical thing I can think of. It's gonna be a tender oven. A holiday for Artorias. Cool. He's just evil enough to get his own holiday too. Way to go, guys. That's cool. That actually sounds really awesome, Tap. Whoa, that's actually really cool, Seller. Ding. Oh, nowhere close to opening you. Alright. Let's talk to this dude over here. Bing. There's one of them off-limit class 4 islands that folks call Serpent Island. I've been around snakes since forever. I hate those things. It sounds like hell to me. But I heard there's one who actually lives there. Wherefore? Why do you want to live in a place like that? I know it's mighty strange, but people are supposed to crawl with demons too. Last time I was in that area, I checked it out. Kept my distance, of course. Used me spyglass. And was she there? Ah, she was, except she looked like a snake herself. Snake woman, eh? Nice. We got another island to go to, guys. Do I have tails coins to trust to change for anything yet? I actually do. Interesting. Anything worth trading for? No, not really. Being from hot, but probably better just hold off on just get those things done with it. Wait, one tempering powder for 12,000? Are you kidding me here? It's not worth it. Ooh. I'm gonna have to look into this whole salamander thing afterward, Tap. This sounds delicious. How much do they go for, Tap? Like a basic installation. Either installation or thing itself. Welcome back, Fantharian. Yeah, we're bringing these two back to Titania. Arr, arr. Dogs. Dogs on your ship? You're not a dog? Okay. We have to take good care of Orthia and Russ. That's on you. They won't let me near. Ah. Well, what do you expect? You only killed their master. Don't worry, I'll take responsibility. Oh God, I don't want to hear you talking. I'm sure you said something to irritate them, like, I'll make you my minions. You had it coming. She knows. But you have Therion Safan, laughs at. You won't be able to look after them all the time. I suppose, what should I do? You could ask Kimona and Medusa. Kimona said she once had a dog. Even if they got a little rowdy, Medusa could be around to keep them safe. That's a good idea. I'll ask them. Like a real family. Thanks, can't be killing off Therons. Besides, they remind me of Nico. Have it? God. Alright, let's go. Where am I going anyways? Yeah, that's what I thought. First things first, let's go to the class. Our new Arthropods quarter. Heck yeah. Restaurant salamander 3,000? Okay. That's, you know what, $500 is not bad for something like that. I'll be honest with you. It's not the best in the world, but it's really not the worst I've ever seen. That's cool. Do. I mean, of course, that's American dollars, so it's probably because that's about $750 Canadian, which is a bit more, but still not bad. Treasure discovered. A cleric staff. Sure. Do. Can't open you. That's fine. Alright, we're going in for another fight, guys. I wonder if I should try and up the ante on this one here. Shells. Sure, let's try it on hard for this fight. Let's see if this is a giant mistake. We have to switch it though, because our open question is being over. Oh wow. That does sound pretty fantastic, though, I will say. Okay, man, don't worry about that. I like hearing those stories, man. I have a good friend who works in restaurants too, and his stories are usually interesting as well. Cheese melters. That's really cool. Hey man, honestly, I told you, dude. Seriously, I'm trying to say I told you, but sorry, man. Anytime you want to tell a story about the restaurant business like that, man, I'm happy to hear it, dude. Like I can think of much more, sorry, things that are much less interesting than that. Die, Snake Man, die. Wait. They make infrared. You put in sandwiches in one weird bag. How do you make sandwiches like in like those condoms, dude? I don't understand. Oh, I see, buddy. Sounds like a lot of floor tap stories. This is not even a boss fight, interesting enough. But this is so this is a summon daemon fight, which is a little bit differently. I'm trying to think how to best describe it. Basically, you come to these islands that are supposed to be the wildlands because the Abbey doesn't want to control them. From what I understand, from the way they explain it. you summon these demons, and the first time you beat it, you get like a first time reward. I don't know if you can do it again, but basically you have a whole bunch of like demons come at you at once. I think you get like 6 or 7 not swarms, but like what's the best way I can describe it? Waves. You gotta take care of them. But you get a lot of XP. Like or I get no XP, but you get a lot of items. You get a decent amount of grade, which levels up your items. Ooh. So yeah, I got 2 new items basically out of this place, which is not bad. And I'll get this military hike out of it, which is also really nice. What do you got here? Ooh, wow, nice. Super Splendor 64, dude. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing, man. It is intense. So that's what I was trying to say earlier as well. Seller, is that this game's regular fights are super intense looking. They're super fun to play. They're fast paced. They're cool. And then you get to a boss, and everything slows way the F down. It's like so the way this game works is that you consume souls, which are their terminology. And every time when you consume a soul, you start a mystical art. And you also reset your combo count, because you can only combo 4 it's usually a 4 combo, and by consuming a soul doing mystic art, you can reset your combo count. When you're fighting a regular fight, because you're killing things so fast, because you're doing a lot of damage, because you're giving a lot of status effects, because when you give a status effect, you get a soul back. You have a lot of souls to spend, and you can keep comboing for a good like 2-3 minutes, like you saw me doing like that. In a boss fight, it becomes a lot harder to put status effects on the boss. You don't kill things that often. So the whole fight comes down to do a couple combos, stop, try and get a soul back by blocking for 30 seconds. Or 2 seconds technically. And then trying to get a soul back by inflicting a status effect on them. It's like I'm sure that there are better players in this game who can make the boss fights more interesting. The way the game was explained to me inside the game, that's the best way I've been able to find to do it in a boss fights. So the boss fights just feel sluggish and slow, whereas everything else feels so much fun to play. In a lot of ways. Like yeah, it's these class 4 zones basically. So like you have a bunch of them that give you certain things. That's all it is. Where am I going now? I'm going to Titania to drop things off. So like I said, I love the regular fights. The regular fights are fantastic and fun. Do I hide them again? No, don't. But the regular stuff is just like whatever. The bosses are just like I don't care for. Which is so weird because it's the exact opposite for every other game I played. The story's not bad in this game, which is kind of why I play it. It's really nice because in this game you can set your difficulty to just being like basic and then not worry about any of the combat. So it's just like, oh, combat's so easy, you shouldn't worry about that. Whereas you can also stick up to like the highest difficulty where it becomes a lot harder as well. So you said your little brother made this copy. He grew the ancient tongue. That's amazing. Laffy's different than for most kids. He read books a lot because his body was so weak. He stayed all the time so he could be ready to travel the world one day. Which is kind of funny considering he'd hide in my bed whenever we had a nightmare. Really? But I don't care that he got scared. I just want him to live. That's why I have to. Oh. Velvet! Velvet! I'll devour as much as it takes. I'll have Vengeance. Velvet! MMORPG called RPG. What does WO stand for? Why is she still devouring? So when she says devouring seller, she's talking about being a Therion. And Therions devour misery so that other people don't turn into daemons. RPG World Online. I thought as much, but no, I don't know it then. I mean, it kind of obvious, I guess, when I had to ask. But yeah, so she's still devouring because she's a specialized daemon, like I said, like called a Therion, that can devour misery from other daemons, basically. Spirit Crusher, a little bit. And this is the evil church. Because of course they're evil. Tails almost always hates the church. Done. The art is attuned to you. Thank you. This time I'll make sure to finish what I set out to do. I gotta say, I didn't think you had it in you. I don't believe. I asked for your opinion. Artorias. Go back outside, Teresa. We'll see you when we're done. Are the rumors true? Are you using that experimental art on Oscar? It is true. I was under the impression that it was still incomplete, sir. Yep, there's still a potential fatal weakness for its channeler. We've taken a theory as far as we can go. Next step is to learn its control, its actual presence and practice. Don't tell me you intend to test it against that Therion. But I don't know the RPG World Online. Please let me do it. I should be the one, not him. You're not strong enough. Then at least let me back him up, so you can take the enemy out before Oscar uses the art. I know a plan, but I'm afraid it'd mess everything up. How so? It was my idea to volunteer, sister. I failed Titania and allowed the Theron to be stolen from Palamedes. I need to atone for my mistakes. Let me come with you. I have different orders for you. Teresa Linares, you are hereby relieved of your duties in Exodus and are to return to your Malik. Leave a dirty duty, why? For our plant, we require an especially strong Malik. We've analyzed your Malik's dormant abilities, and he is of considerable power. On the same level as the young Malik who betrayed us for the enemy. Simply put, you just don't get what it takes to handle him, sweetheart. Oh. Really? That's cool. No, I never played that as far as games went, dude. But I mean, like, at that point, I was kind of... What was I playing in 2005? If I had to guess, it would have been like... Probably Guild Wars 1 at that point. How could you? Was it all over? I'd love to have to use... Ooh. I'd have some of your homemade cooking again, sister. I can go for that quiche you used to make. How can you talk of that right now? Lord Tyrius, I know what you asked. Yes, Oscar, when you fulfill your mission, I'll make Teresa an exorcist again. Oscar, you doing this for? Tomorrow, me. I'm gonna go to the end of the earth and back for a plate of your delicious quiche. Sure, quiche. SOJ. SOJ. Why does that sound familiar? Son of a jester. See, like, this kind of stuff doesn't really make sense to me. Like, so they can take away her Malik, which is that little kid that you saw him take away, which is... I don't want to get into what a Malik is, personally. I'm sorry. It's just a lot. It's just very convoluted for what it's worth. They can take away her Malik without stripping her of her exorcist rank. They don't have to really strip away excess rank in general. Sure, they want to control that guy, which, I mean, he still seems eager to do it without this extra stuff in it. So it's kind of confusing in that regard. But I mean, why get rid of her? She's still pretty strong as an exorcist. I don't know. What should I do if I don't do something, Hill? Do they want to turn her into a Therion? It's possible, but the whole thing about this so far is just doesn't make that much sense. Huh? What's this? I'm receptive to that art. And to you? Maybe that's the plan all along. I don't know. The Uber Diablo. Stone of Jordan. I don't know that. I've never actually played, where am I? I've never actually played, Diablo, any of them. They definitely feel arbitrary. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Sailor. I'm questioning it because, like, I'm also on stream, so it's like it's something to talk about. Obviously, like, you can nitpick anything. This just stands out to me as more of like one of the like I try not to nitpick everything, but when something stands out to me, I will definitely call it out, especially like when I'm on stream though. Take it easy, Velvet. You've been out for 3 days. That's 3 days wasted. What's the situation? Let's see. For one, Crow has been deciphering that ancient book. Since this new copy is complete, all pages are missing are there. As for dogs, Kapona's taking a real shine to him. Alright then, we just need to finish that last Therion. Velvet, no! I said to take it easy, seriously. Hold on, have you not have anything to eat? Oh, well, I just thought you had either. Are you serious? Why'd you do a fool thing like that? You'll die if you don't eat. Actually, you won't die if he doesn't eat. Malakim don't actually depend on food for sustenance. If they do, it's only a quirky hobby. Alright, if you're sure. Oh, dude, I'm sure I would very much enjoy XZJS. I just have the problem is I feel so bad replaying games I've already played because I've already seen this because I know the story doesn't change too much. When I have so many other games that I have not played the story for, like I have Lunar 2, I have to play. I have what's it called there? The one I was next going to play is Wild Arms 2. I have DQ8, not DQ8. I have DQ7. I beat Silver Story last month. Now I have Eternal Blue to play instead. Dude, I've held on to. I've had these box sets for almost 20 years now, and I've never played Eternal Blue. And I only played Silver Story for the first time last month. And I've owned these games for 20 goddamn years. Ridiculous, you know? Like, it's so crazy. Yeah, it's a nice box set, honestly. It's really nice. But yeah, like, I have that. I have DQ7 to play. I've never played FF5, and I really want to play FF5 because I've been told that's a very interesting version of the FF games as well. So, like, I have a bunch of games that I still want to play. There's the Alchemist games that I haven't played. Yeah, see, I've never played FF5, and I've heard FF5 is really good. With the job system, so that's another one I really want to play. Vandal Hearts, people want me to play, but I'm not sure if I'll be into it, so I'm gonna try it, though. What else do I have? I have other stuff as well. I have Dark Cloud to play, Dark Cloud 2. I have a lot of stuff to play, man, so it's like... Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, appreciate that. I always appreciate that, Seller, man. But no, I was just trying to tell you, like, so it's not that I'll never play IZJS, the new FF12, basically, the updates. It's just that it'll be, like, towards the end of the list, on top of everything else I have to play. That's all. I feel like going hungry, it's your life, but there's no sense doing it on my account. Good to see ya. Feeling better again? As you probably noticed, we made it back to Tanya already. Sorry to keep you all waiting on me. Get everyone together, we meet now. Xenogears has crashed? What do you mean Xenogears has crashed, Tap? Well, that couldn't have gone better. I just wanted to better understand the hardship I was suffering through. It seems unfair for her to bear all of it alone. Well, she's, how can I put it, a very straightforward kind of person. But I think it's under her skin like a clumsy display of sympathy. What should I do about her, then? For now, you just get something in your tummy. Any good warrior knows you when you have the chance. Even Malachim have more strength on a full stomach than an empty one, don't they? Yeah. It's true. Food will fill an empty stomach. But what is it? What is there to fill an empty heart? I wonder. It's randomly closed. It's possible you have It's possible you have some conflicting cheats that crash your game. If it keeps doing it, I would start turning off some of the cheats. Swordian Peninsula. I don't think Swordian is a real place, a real name of anything. Let's go. Time for some grub. What are you hungry for? Ugh, they're just talking about food again. Jesus Christ, man. Goodbye. See, this is interesting. I don't want to deal with it. If I was offline or if I was off stream, maybe. As is, I don't want to. Hey, buddy. How's your tail growing? Hopefully, he'll tell you something interesting, like you heard about another peninsula. Let's see, my patrol ships. There's that too. Something happened. Logan said the Abbey's been quiet everywhere. Apparently, some bad names and a cursed pirate crew have been causing them giving trouble. Can't spare men. Excuse me. All right then. But yeah, Tab, I would definitely try that. See if that's the case. See if that helps you. Honestly enough, you could also just pick up a save file. That makes things a lot easier for you, Cap, instead of just like using cheats. Like I know there's save files out there that exist that have like almost everything at level 1. Or at the beginning of the game, I should say. Okay, Fee, I need you to find us our next Earthball point. I found one. That's really, really far way up in the northeast. If it's that far out, it has to be Engand. Engand is a collection of small islands. That's a comparatively bigger one called Lionel Island. That's the exception. Yeah, I think the Earthball point's probably out there. Engand, huh? Engand, huh? Those waters are haunted by ghost ships, you know. Ghost ships? Yep, legendary says something or other. That doesn't sound promising. Currents from all over the world converge in Engand's water, so a lot of shipwrecks from distant seas end up in there as their final resting place. Aha! Ah, so that's where the stories of ghost ships came from. But you guys have no enough imagination. I'd rather stay imaginary myself. We should be careful. We'll be fine. Ghost ships exist. Whatever comes along, we'll be willing to administer their last rites. But yeah, ideally, I want to get through as much as I can. Just want there to go. When I escaped, Sarah's told me that Artorias could still be killed. That means she must have known everything. That internet is incomplete, how Therans work. Why'd she betray Artorias? Why'd she give me her strength? I know that try as you might, some fires can never be fully extinguished, but why would you go as far as to feed yourself to me? Tell me, why'd you do it to... Why did you do it, sis? Oh, what am I saying? Sarah's a Malik. Just a Malik. Just fucking has to be done. Once Sarah's all together, I can end this. That's all that matters. That's all you think about. Yeah, I gotta get to a stopping point tonight at some point where it's like I don't have to worry about tomorrow because I don't want to. How can I better describe it? I want to be in control of the stop of like tomorrow, so I don't have to go over time, as it were. So let's sail for Lionel Island. Wait, you don't think Xenogears is happening? Is going to be it? No, but okay. So I want tomorrow to be the last stream if I can help it. Tap. I don't know for sure because I don't know how much I have left. But I want tomorrow to be the last stream for this game if I can. So I want to make sure I stop. I want to make sure I get to a point where I can stop early if I want. No, but like honestly, it's much less of a problem to do like a 3-hour game, a 3-hour session, than have to do an 8-hour session. You know what I mean? Next game is going to be Wild Arms 2. Seller. This I don't care about. This is a mother-daughter argument. That's something dumb. God damn it. This is not interesting to me. I know this makes it sound heartless and cruel. I just don't care. Time to get through this game. Sure. That poster behind me there is what's it called there? Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey. Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey for the N64. This person here is Felix Potvin, former goaltender for the Toronto Maple Leafs, number 29. I used to like Thomas when I was a kid too. I don't know how much I like Thomas anymore. I don't know how much I would like Thomas anymore. I feel like it'd be a little bit slow for me, but I definitely liked it when I was a kid. It's interesting. It's interesting finding out when you're older that it was what's his name that was the conductor there, George Carlin, one of the huge dirty comedians. No, I'm not a Leafs fan. Seller. When I was younger, I used to really like goaltenders a lot. Is what it was, and I always thought like Felix Potvin was one of the cooler goaltenders out there. For what it's worth, I don't know, dude. It's just how it is. So Seller, I live in Montreal. You're not allowed to be a Leafs fan in Montreal, even if you want to be. For a very long time. I was a Montreal Canadiens fan. I'm not saying I'm not a fan anymore. I will say that I'm not really a fan of any team as it is right now. I don't follow hockey. See, dude, I love Patrick Waugh as well. Like, Patrick Waugh is a really cool goaltender. I can show you a little bit of what I got here. If you can kind of see it. It might be a little bit difficult. Yeah, I don't know if you can see how well you can see that, though. I don't know how well you were able to see that, Seller. Dude, where do you? I have to ask, if you don't mind me asking, Seller, where do you live that you love Patrick Waugh, man? It's such a weird thing to hear, like someone outside Montreal who loved Patrick Waugh. Oh, you're in Michigan. You're in Vermont then, or Vermont, New York. NB. Okay, fair enough. Well, wait, hold on. You're Nebraska? Nebraska there? No. NB. I'm an idiot. Now why can't I remember what NB is anymore? Holy crap. Yeah, I'm just dumb. New Brunswick. Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, like New Brunswick, that's not across the border. I mean, guys, guess technically it is. Yeah, friggin' Quebecer. Dude, I'm like, no, but I'm like, cause it's the border that threw me off. That's why. And I'm like, okay, I kind of get it now. Why you're down for the Patrick Waugh? But I'm like, border. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Like if it's technically like state line or province line, but yeah, border. Okay, fair enough. So I used to be a big Patrick Waugh fan as well, Seller. At this point, though, especially because things really change. It came out of quite a while ago that Patrick Waugh was just a giant asshole. Like, forget that he went to go play for Colorado. That's not what I mean. Like, apparently he was just a giant asshole in general. It's kind of funny about that in that regard. We're going to Lionel's, are we? Lionel. Where's Lionel? There it is. Lionel Island Wharf. Travel. Oh yeah, he was he was a giant goddamn asshole from what I understand. Like, you can look it up online. I don't have any exact stuff to you because this stuff that came out like 20 years ago, 50, like no, not 20, 15 or so years ago it came out. This stuff started coming out. Like, he was a real big, yeah. I mean, Carey Price is just a coke fiend, right? See, I didn't like Carey Price. I didn't like Carey Price. I didn't like. So I used to like, even though I was a fan of goalies, I never liked Carey Price, and I never liked Dominic Hasek. I don't know, man. Something about those two rubbed me the wrong way. Hold on. Are you telling me that Carey Price can't be your hero because he's a coke fiend? What about Floor Tap? Floor Tap's also a coke fiend. Look how many people have Floor Tap as a hero. Camp on Long Island. So much for ghost ships. Should we expect them that welcome party again? Welcome for us again? No, I had the bloating spare rumor that we were raiding an Abbey compound far from here. As far as plans go, it's better than nothing. All the cloak and dagger. Give me a good old frontal assault any day. First mate, sir, there's a ship drifting ahead of us. A ghost ship? It's an Abbey ship. Their flag. It's a distress signal. Understood. Commence approach. Are you actually going to help an enemy ship? A ship signaling distress has neither allies nor enemies. That's a code of all seafarers abide by. It's an obvious trap. Not even pirates would use a distress signal for a surprise attack. Of course, after we rescue a ship, we still ship everything they got. Anyway, if it's a trap, we'll carry it on board. Simple. Waste time if you ask me. You've been through drug psychosis? I'm so sorry about that. No, but in all honesty, I don't know. I'm sure he's better now, Cellar Dollar. When Carey Price first started as in Montreal, he was a huge goddamn coke fiend. But like, dude, you have to remember one thing. Like, there's a reason that people always tell you, don't meet your heroes. You know, like never meet your hero if you can. But like, I don't know. There's other guys I heard that were not. Like, there's other guys I heard were really nice. Like, and I heard Andy Moog was nice. I heard like, what's his name there? Before Price, it was Hackett. I heard Hackett was nice. He was a young fellow making it as a big star in Montreal, where it was easy to get coke, and you get caught up in all the drugs and all the strip clubs in Montreal. I don't blame him whatsoever. I'm just saying that's what he was. I find that Carey Price was kind of a choke artist was my issue, and that no one called him out or figured it out for whatever reason. I still think he was a choker man. He was never any good in the goddamn what do you call it there? Playoffs. He was good. He was good in regular season. When he got to play, I don't know how it is now, Seller. I haven't followed hockey in almost 10 years, probably at this point. When he was in the playoffs, he never did well. The name sounds familiar. I don't know him off my top of my head though. But the name does sound familiar. But no, I never really followed it. Ben, give me still left. But no, I never followed baseball for what it's worth. Yes, sir. If this is their full crew, we should have enough on board to treat them. Now that you mention it, don't Abbey ships usually have a bigger crew? These are all who were aboard who hijacked the ship and made them set sail. Whoa. Teresa! I knew I was being reckless, but I never expected we'd run afoul of any of the Corsair's scourge. But you know, I'm glad we did, since it brought me to you. Surely plan to fight in that condition? No. I know you won this one. You use me as you will. Use you as you will. I feel like I'm floor tap all the time. Oh my god. Really? See,